Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is the subject of modern education in 5 minutes, if you will. I actually watched something very recently about teachers, current teachers, reporting, K through 12 teachers reporting that they are extremely frustrated. And maybe you've heard this, maybe you've heard it so much that you don't want to hear it anymore because it's been in the news. This is not a new story. The poor state of education in general, the lack of funding, and on and on. You know about these things, and I'm going to share a perspective that may not be common or new. It will be new, hopefully. Um, so I like to understand the causes of things. I like to understand especially if there's a problem, what contributes to it, what it depends on, and what is the actual problem. People like to, blame the nearest thing, like a lightning rod, sometimes, and in this case, it's absolutely that. It's the lightning rod is the funding. People blame lack of money because, well, we are always told that money solves the problem somehow. We're told that if you have a problem or an inconvenience, you buy a solution to it. So it's sort of predictable and understandable that people would approach the problem of education in the same way, but this is a different thing. It is. I am going to say something that is going to sound strange, but it is accurate. We don't have schools. This is the problem. We have facilities that do something else. Schools, if you ask me, by definition, involve ind- independent thought, teaching people to think, most importantly, independently, to function, to operate, and to think without the assistance of a caregiver or a superior. It empowers people with information and experience, knowledge, vocabulary, all this stuff. There's a lot of things that go into education, and our current system is designed very purposefully and intentionally from the ground up to do something wildly different, almost completely opposite. And this is your problem. It's not lack of funding. The problem is the spirit of the curriculum is one of obedience. It is one of teaching students how to follow directions, primarily, how to behave, how to get along with others and teachers and administration authority, so to speak, which is all the complete opposite of independence, if you think about it. If education is about developing a capacity for independent thought, and our current facilities are teaching how to follow directions, that is, to do what they're told instead of thinking about it, what do you suppose is going to happen? Come on, teachers, you're smart. Ask yourselves, when was the last time you had a say in the curriculum? Be honest. It's handed to you. And your superiors, I know this because I was in school and I talked to teachers and principals and offices, and I have been all through it. Your superiors may tell you and give you feelings that you have control and power and autonomy within your compartment. You have a compartment. You have what's called a closed system that is managed from outside the system. In public education, the curriculum is entirely designed by the state in this country. And it's not an accident that you're receiving the curriculum that you're receiving. The facilities that we call schools are almost exclusively about preparing workers for tax-paying positions. I want to say that again because it cannot be overemphasized. The facilities that we call schools are obsessed with and almost entirely about preparing people, young people, for tax-paying work, which is the opposite of education. It's more do what we say. At some point, we need to look at the bigger picture. If you want to solve this problem, if you want to solve the problem of why kids in high school still can't read, quit looking at the money. Quit believing it's about funding. It is about not wanting them to read. It is about people designing the books and the infrastructure so that they have the minimum amount required to be productive members of society and nothing more. If you feel differently, I understand. I want to just qualify one more time that the spirit of schools and education is a good one, that it's vital. It's absolutely of the highest importance for happiness and health of both the individuals and the community. And we're not doing it. And it's, well, if you ask me, it's connected to almost all of our problems at this point. But people don't want to hear this. It's dangerous talk sometimes. It's dangerous to question authority. It's dangerous to think that you can make a change, and it's foolish even to think that you can change this system or really any system from inside when it has a rigid framework built around it for the purpose of keeping it exactly the same. And that's what it is. There are laws, there are tons and tons of policies and procedures and an infrastructure designed to make sure the system never changes. You're not going to change it. You're not going to be the hero, the champion of a new curriculum. I already know this because you don't make the curriculum. And there's your problem. Anyway, 7-minute video. I hope you all have a great day and quit blaming the wrong thing in general. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.